Okay, folks. Welcome. What is it? I don't even know what it is. What is it? It's the 13th of May, 2024. Okay, so I think this is third or fourth recording, whatever it is. Right, so I've got this so far, haven't I? So I think I'm still working on it, on redrafting, or I have a strange feeling that I said to myself I would do something else, but I cannot remember what that was. So let's start off by redrafting and take it from there. So the image, limey, is all the way somewhere at the bottom, isn't it? Okay, so there's the image. Lovely. Get such a warm feeling from it, which is nice, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a look at the actual poem that I've got so far. Even in the underworld, pneumatic bones can fill with pity. They had known love as a lit match, dangerous, cannibalized, instant. Every step they took left coal prints here, and I wanted to help them here, to sing into his ear that yes, she was still here, right behind him. A love, a living, walking, following shadow. I spied them from across the lake. A living, walking, following light. Yeah, I don't like the idea of living, walking, light. I want to get rid of that. Because I feel like that was very much a male gaze interpretation when I want them to be just as important as each other, I suppose. I don't know. Anyway, I spied them from across the lake while the heavy air weighed down on my feathers. The burnt water singed my claws. The dull crackling pierced my ears, and the hot red blinkered my beady eyes. His head faced straight ahead, him ahead of her. The fear of turning, straightening his head, neck, body, his whole posture and gait, and I felt the same for the view, the rivers of heat pulsing through the land. I think semicolon there. The rivers of heat pulsing through the land. Often I would feed from hand out hand, the lingering souls in palms, the whispers washed across fingers, and the pauses of breath that left from the crevices of the knuckles charred from striking flint. Other times I mirrored a laugh as flames flicked against flesh, and an armada of echoes seemed to pass between us, like a breeze, like a gale. I thought of pecking out his eyes so temptation was blinded. I thought of leading the way out, by clawing at his chest to still his treading heart. And I thought of becoming naked, of plucking out each feather and laying them down as a path out, fibers and quills, stepping stones in the Let's have a look at good old thesaurus.com. The noun. Stepping stones in aurora. It's a bit of the aurora. Although I had seen so many souls from my perch, for me this felt different. I felt different. I had to do something even if I failed. Martha didn't really care if they went or came back, but I knew she had his back, and that if he did look back, there would be no going back. Not. I think I am going to leave it today with this poem, and I'm going to start fresh. Begin afresh, afresh, afresh. Okay, let's start again. Well, not again, but like an alternate version, perhaps. Let's start writing. Is this going to work? Of course. Outrageous. Outrageous behavior. What do I want to do? I want to insert a table. Hmm, thanks for that. So sugar. Okay, so what have I got? What do I want to start off with? Um, I'm suddenly reminded of Dickinson. What is? Can I do something like that? Mm, okay. Now it's just the video is just you watching me put stuff here. It's ridiculous. Load shelves there. There you go. Done. Okay, can I do something with that? I might not want to. I don't know. What if it's an what's oh, spare? Spare is is a thing with burning feathers. Who knows? Okay. The spare. Yeah, it's the same line, Luigi. Get a grip. That the spare is a thing with burning feathers. Perches in the soul that pecks at the body and croaks the discord, the discord with rumps and more. I don't know. Let's go to rhyme zone. Body. It's not good. Varotti. Um, Maybe there's a reason why no one uses that. Stuff it. No rhymes then. Croaks the discord with grunts and only stops. Then you're through. And bitter, bitterest in in the sea is seen, and there was a saw. If something is uh present, if something isn't sore, S- supple. It's not right. Supple and be with vacuum. That's no good. Vacuum that would comfort the burning bird. That kept us too warm. You've seen it on the warmest lakes and on the familiar land, and so soon, near, so soon near. You ask the crumble. No, that's rubbish. You ask for the world for yourself. Mean, that's rubbish. I mean, it's a nice experiment. There's that famous The Opposite of a Gun. Is that based on a Dickinson thing as well? That's interesting. Um, but anyway, all right. So that's a load of rubbish. I'm not doing that. Let's try again. Okay, so what do I want now? What am I doing? What am I doing? The veins, veins, choice. The veins, a choice. The bins needed taking out today. Nothing relatively ordinary at first. But perched, steady and still on the steady and still on the handle of the plastic waste. Stared back at me. Wasn't sure exactly why it was on my bin. The neighbours were plain, empty, lonely. Mine had a visitor. The opposite of everything that was in the bin last night. Thought of shooing away of shouting bleh at it. But some reason I stopped myself. Perhaps it was here for good reason. Better than my reason. The carting thing back. Yeah, maybe if I changed the bin not to recycled, not recycle. Secret bins, maybe something like that. Maybe more waste. Something separate. Or some reason I stopped myself, but it was here for a good reason. Better than my reason for carting nothing back. back in the garden, it seemed to enjoy, oh, for God's sake, the change in scenery. Street. The street's grey. It's changed for the bats green. Its orange tail found in the wall. I would normally go inside and consider the jobs ahead, but with this visitor, those melted away. Stood staring at its veined wings, its shut, no, its constantly moving mouth. Stand, moving mouth. Beat, boot. Its tight claws against bonding brick. Had a bag of seeds and decided to offer to it. They filled a bowl with water. I did what? I gathered some something for their nest, like wool or thread, or just sticks. I gathered some twigs together as options for a nest. But every seed, drop of water, and twig stayed, but never touched by leak or war, was only interested in watching and listening. did the washing up, and it watched in the kitchen window the dishes scraped clean. I logged on to the Teams meeting, and it listened from the garden, the chimes and names of reactions and the voices from far. Later that day, I finished work and went outside again. Ask it why. To ask it why it had spent all day watching and listening. Watching me, listening to me, watching me and listening to me, watching me and listening to me. Am I going to have it say something or not? No, I don't know. Listen to him. But it's silent stare and steady beat and port floors and slight tilt of the head told me all I needed to know about what I was doing wrong. Okay, strange, but interesting. It's a ridiculous title, but let's have a think about this. So that's because even worse. Oh, stuff it. I'm just going to do another insert. Row above. Whatever. Okay, version 2. In the veins. The title needs to change. A bird visits and judges me. The bins needed taken out today. Nothing out of the ordinary at first, but perched steady and still on the handle of the waist. Okay. The recycling needed taken out today. Nothing out of the ordinary at first, but perched steady and taken. Recycling bins needed taking back in today. Nothing out of the ordinary at first, but perched steady and still on the green handle. It stared back at me. I wasn't sure exactly why it was on my bin. The neighbours were plain, empty and lonely. Mine had a visitor, the opposite of everything that was in the bin last night. I thought of shooing it away, of shouting bah at it. But for some reason I stopped myself. Perhaps it was here for a good reason. Better than my reason for carting nothing back. From the garden, it seemed to enjoy the change in scenery. The street's grey exchanged for the back's green, and its orange tail found a crack in the wall. I would normally go inside and consider the jobs ahead, but with this visitor, those melted away. If only for a moment. I stood staring at its veined wings, its constant still leak, its tight claws against crumbling brick. I had a bag of seeds somewhere and decided to offer them to it. I filled a bowl of water. I gathered some twigs together as options for a nest, but every seed, drop of water and twig stayed put, never touched by beak or claw. I was only interested in watching. I did the washing up. I went inside. I did the washing up, and it watched from the kitchen window, the dishes scraped clean. I logged onto the online meeting, and it listened from the garden at the chimes of reactions and the voices from afar. Later that day, I finished work and went outside again to ask it why it had spent the whole day watching me and listening to me. But its silent stare and steady beak and taut claws and slight tilt of the head told me all I needed to know about what I was doing wrong. I quite like that end. There's something there, definitely. But I've got a second poem, so that's pretty cool. So I think I'll leave that and see if I redraft that a bit more. So, and then take it from there. But otherwise, I think I'm going to call it a day because I need to go anyway. That's half an hour. I'll see you there, folks.